Whoa, hi Destiny. Been a minute. How are you doing? How you doing? Let's finish this today. Let's try to finish this today. Oh, do tell. What's the good news? What is what is the good news?
Hello, ooh,
Hello, Uwu. Where was I? Didn't we reach chapter 5, guys? Yeah. What am I doing here? What am I doing back here? This game is... I want to see this, how this fast travel works. Yeah. I see. Okay. No, fam. No, fam. The auto save. No way. Hold the phone. Wait, did it not save? I'm dead. You got engaged. Congratulations. It didn't save at all?
you did it!
It didn't say we reached chapter 5. We reached chapter 5 and it didn't save? This game really do want me to lose my marbles. Huh? This game is really trying it with me, eh? Are you serious? Do I have the blueprint for the next? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. You know what? You know what? Game, you're lucky I had a good night's sleep. You're lucky I fell asleep on this very chair last night. And I had a decent amount of good relatively, I want to say relatively good amount of sleep compared to other nights. You know what I mean? Like, oh god. This game really wants to test my patience today. I hate being tested. I hate being tested in school, my patience, anything. I hate being tested. Do not test me. Lady PG being such a main gang member. Such a good main gang. A main ganger. A non-menace, dare I say. Hi, Chase. So is Bonanza. Banana's probably one of the, like, top main gang. Go away! Go away! You better not wake up on me. School's going well. Registered for new courses next semester. Let's go. Menace way, bottom, the only way. Go away. Go away. Remember when Craig raided in here and said my bottom from 1991? Like, I know he was not born in 1991, so did he get, like, a new bottom? Don't tell my precious step to go away. So, did he get, like, a bottom left? Okay.
Really?
Okay, I think we're okay. Of course, this game is gonna ask me to go deep 6. Of course, the game is gonna ask me for a deep 6 authorization. Okay, we've been here. We saw this, right? This is the jam. This is the jam right here. A new and improved bottom from 1991. The 91 model is exceptional. Does it have Wi-Fi? Does the 91 model have Bluetooth? Super cozy.
Excuse me.
We've been through this.
Sir?
Yeah.
Can you...
Sorry, sir. We've been through this. We talked already. Secret area. Oh, this is the weird secret area where this guy just kept looking at me with his eyeball. What am I supposed to do with this? Do I light up your eyeball? Do I teleport in? What is this area? I don't have new bottom money. Same. Same. I'm same with this. I'm same with the stuck bottom. I'm stuck with the same bottom. Wow. I'm same with the stuck bottom. My bottom is stuck. I'm stuck with the same bottom since 19. 19. It's weird. I can't say the year. 19. My body refuses to say what year my bottom is from. Same Zos. Hide in here. Okay. Just in case Mr. Ink Demon wants to make an appearance again. What is the security lock? The pit. Thanks for reminding me about the deep 6 authorization. Cannot enter without a deep 6 authorization. I need my rear security badge. Oh, I forgot to make the rear security emote. Rear security badge. Oh, there it is. Deep 6, not deep 1, not deep 2. We're going 6 deep. There's always hope. Oh my God, Decoy! Thank you so much. A year? Deep 6. Deep 6 sounds intense. Son of a. I'm in.
Ooh, you kiss your mother with that mouth?
Absolutely. I kiss Ethan with this mouth. I kiss my babe with this mouth. What that mouth would do though. So we gotta go chapter 5 deep 6 again. Of course the game is asking me to go deep 6 again. Alright. This game do be trolling. First time? Hi Rising Rose. Yes.
Bottom being slapped in the face.
Comes at last.
Wilson?
Rest yourself, Audrey.
I'm trying
You're still
to
weak.
paint a
Keepers
mental
can be relentless
picture
to
of it.
strangers.
Bottom
But
being
there's
slapped in the
nothing to
face.
fear as long as I'm with you.
Is the bottom
You're
slapping the
safe
face,
now.
or is the
You did
face?
this to me. You brought me here. Turned me into this thing.
I don't know.
This doesn't make sense. I've never done anything to you.
Open your eyes and
The
look
bottom is
around.
slapping the face. The bottom is
None
not
of
being
this
slapped by the face.
Makes sense. Drawn walls, nightmarish creatures, an ancient studio that died out almost
Yes, Rising Rose,
30
first time.
years ago.
We're popping
It's
our dark.
all
We're popping our dark
Utter
revival cherries.
Nonsense.
How are you doing, Rose?
And yet, in here,
Well,
it
okay.
exists.
Yes, first time playing through the game.
It's breathes.
I got here to chapter 5 yesterday already. I thought it would save, but the game's trolling and it did not when I ended. So this part is not my first time.
For a new reality.
That's why I'm like not really paying attention to the sequence.
Bleed into our own. Just think of it. Anything we create in here, we can release out there. But first, this world must be controlled, made safe. These things, these angels and demons, are they really life? Or are they just stains? Old mistakes ready to be cleansed away for newer, greater things.
What do you want from me?
I need your help to save my father's life.
Wait, you're the
This
ink
is our
baby? I
start.
thought I was the ink baby.
We'll talk more once we're safely inside.
Wait, I thought I was the ink baby. I'm confusion. I thought Drew is my dad. The entire thing needs some bleach. I don't know. I am into the stains.
Stay close.
I think it doesn't hurt to have a little bit of mess in your life. Like signal towers have been disabled. I think anybody can use a little bit of mess in their life. We don't need the entire thing to be bleached. Hey, remember when you slapped me in the face? Yeah, whatever. I'm a subject now. It said keep moving, subject. Nothing much. Remember when that was an insult in high school? I don't know, middle school or high school for some of you guys, maybe. I don't know. Grade school. What are you looking at? Nothing much. And then walks away. Oh man, you felt so like empowered. You were like, got him. Got him. Yeah, exactly. Felt like a queen. Felt like the queen that you are. Coolest kid. Nothing much. You either walked away all slick or someone else was like, ooh. Old Track 77 is a quiet place these days. Ever since that terrible crash a few years back, people don't like to hang around. Too many strange things keep happening on this platform. Last week, one of the railmen told me they had reports of some train going through that wasn't on the schedule. There were figures standing on the cars, staring through the windows, but it never stopped to let no one off. Just kept on going straight through. Some say it was a Silver Lane Express, the train that crashed. A ghost train? Why are there no snacks in these trash cans? Don't they know that I'm hungry? Hello? Is this something I can explore? Am I exploring this prematurely? I probably am. Am I interrupting something here? Excuse me. I don't think this is... Do I do something here, guys? Ma'am, sir? Sir, ma'am? Ma'am, sir, whatever you are. Ink, ma'am, sir? What are you doing with him? Let my bottom go. Same room. Okay. I just opened all the train doors. Wilson, did you know that your keeper over there is
The
okay.
demon's evil
Yeah, never mind.
continues
Screw what I
to
said.
spread. This woman has begun to shudder.
Be quiet.
What did you say?
Nothing. It was nothing.
Nothing, just pull the lever.
there. Just a quick stop. Won't take but a moment.
4 hours later. You're leaving me alone?
The subject will stand in the designated location.
How do I get that voice? I just want to know how we get your voice for Lobotomizer. That's quite the unique voice, sir. Do you need water?
Object detected.
Lethal bottom detected.
Will submit all weapons for further screening.
Bottoming. I got you, Bam. Is that a Tommy gun? Can I get this Tommy gun? Remain still? Okay. Can't catch me though. Aw. Caught me. How did I end up in here? I wish we can both lobotomize that. Is cleared for entry. I am unhinged today, guys. I don't know what it is. I think I'm still tired. I thought I had enough sleep, but I'm unhinged today.
Welcome to the civilized world. How do you like my signal towers? They nullify the Ink Demon's powers so he cannot pass them.
Got it.
I wish I could say I invented them, but it seems our friends at the Gent Corporation had a demon problem of their own long ago.
Disturbing, but okay.
And now, my dear, if you'll excuse me, I have a lot to prepare. We'll talk later, I promise. Besides, you must be very tired.
How do you know?
A quick rest will do you good.
How do you know? I told you I
Betty
have.
will show you to your room.
Betty.
She's my housekeeper,
Hi, Betty.
among other things.
You never actually killed the Ink Demon, did you?
No, he's too powerful to destroy. So we sealed him away, trapped him in a different form. One that was smaller, harmless.
Mengdy.
It was a fitting prison, although he seems to have found a way to free himself. But enough talk. We'll deal with that soon enough.
There's some nice fresh blankets all laid out for you. You'll be dreaming in no time.
Wait, Wilson? One more thing. If you needed my help, why didn't you just ask?
Would you have believed me?
Come along, and no more dawdling. This
Fair
way
point.
now.
Oh, the other way? Of course.
Oh, you're here at last. It's so exciting finally having you with us. Now, to give you some bearings, we're currently standing in the south wing. Wilson's laboratory is downstairs, and then there's the north wing.
Are you gonna tell me about the North Wing? Or do I have to ask? You know, I'm just gonna explore myself. The Resident Evil in me has taught me to just explore by myself, even though there be zombies creepy crawling around the place. This is the Resident Evil in. This is the Leon Zaddy in me. This is the Jill Valentine and Claire Redfield in me, just walking around, looking for herbs.
The Ink Demon got in there a while ago, and ever since, we've had to keep the north wing locked up tight.
Got it.
I'm afraid it's fallen into ruins by now. All those juicy, lovely books gone to waste. Only keepers go there these days, and they'll tear you apart limb from limb if Wilson isn't with you. So, mind your distance, and you'll be just fine.
So go to the North Wing. I know, right? Thick, juicy books gone to waste.
It's not very often I have guests to look after, especially one I can actually talk to. Almost everyone here either can't speak or they're completely mad. All right, here we are. Best room in the house. You should see where I sleep. Ugh. But this room, oh, just perfect.
Is that a
I
complaint?
saw to every detail.
Are you
Bed is
complaining?
clean. The bathroom is on the left. Sorry about the stains. I did try my best to get them out.
Listen, you know, I just said that we can use a little bit of stains in our lives. Okay, it's fine. The mug and the maiden. Okay. Soybeans, cocoa powder, and salts. Ah, mix everything in a glass. What? 3 sips of water to go to sleep. The Mug and the Maiden Volume 1. This is a novel. Poor K. Here we go. You know what? Let's play some music for this one. The Mug and the Maiden, Volume 1, by Sir Wilton Moore. Chapter 1, The Dangerous Forest. Once upon a time in a faraway land, there lived a mug of cheese, but it was not an ordinary mug of cheese as you would find in any home or kitchen of the age. No, this mug of cheese was a distant descendant of one of the 3 grand flagon kings, the same kings who had charged on horseback to defend their capital city during the unforgettable conquests of the previous century. To which of these flagon kings he hailed from, the mug was unsure. But still there was honor and courage in his heart. His family line heralded of deeds long past that had forever changed the course of stoop history. Did he have a name? Of course. All mugs of cheese have names. This is common knowledge. Just as every fruit bat is named Stanley. The mug of cheese was named Richter the Cracked. What a name! I can hear you say cracked indeed. This mug of cheese bears no damage that I can see. Fall silent, you small-minded bass. For therein lies our intriguing story. Let's begin at the beginning. It was a hot winter day in the forest, one of these days where everything is dull brown. The lake was still, the birds had shut up, and the trees were but sticks in the overcast sky, save for a lone pine that skimmed the clouds above like a painter's brush. It was on this day that Mr. Darble Mouse was in a hurry. He had just been named as Vermin of the Year by the society brethren that lived under the old church, and it was customary for the honoree to bring fine port wine cheese to the ceremony. There were only hours to locate some of the precious cuisine. Fortunately, Mr. Darble Mouse knew exactly where to find it. The dark cellar below the governor's castle. But unfortunately, as he approached the loose plank of wood in the old wall, he failed to realize that the heavy rains that had come during the night had passed moisture into the plank, making it far heavier than usual. Thus, when he pushed the plank with all his might, it lifted just enough to push his body only halfway through. But his strength just couldn't contend with the weight of the plank, and his arms failed. The plank snapped back down, crushing him flat. After all, this story is not about Mr. Darble Mouse. Or had you forgotten the mug of cheese already? I can see how you might connect the two. Mr. Darble Mouse was, after all, looking for cheese. And we were talking about a mug of cheese just before. Sadly, I must inform you that there is no relation.
M5 RIP Mr. Bottom Mouse.
Excuse me. Mr. Bottom Mouse was, after all, looking for cheese, and we were not talking about a mug of cheese. Sadly, I must inform you that there is no relation between Richter, the cracked, and the rodent who is now nothing but smushed guts inside the wall. Except that there is, for it was the death of Mr. Bottom Mouse that started all the trouble. You see, when things die, they tend to smell. And that's just what Mr. Bottom Mouse did. But that's not all. His body, pinned between the outside and inside of the wood wall, had made a perfect passage for the hot winter wind. The wind therefore carried the stench of his decaying mouse carcass deeper into the governor's home, like a snaking, twisting wisp of terror. The smell settled into a little tavern near the courtyard of the castle. Here, soldiers would spend many long hours when there was no bloodlust to soothe with battle. Strong ales and red meats filled the menu from back to front at this rustic medieval greasy spoon. Mostly the customers came to look upon the bar maiden, Maxine, who was actually named Rita. Rita was by far the best-looking creature in all the governor's county. There was a beautiful deer woman just over the hill, but no one knew that. By day, Maxine, a.k.a. Rita, scrubbed her tavern so clean you could eat off of it. Which was fortunate, as it was a place you indeed would be eating, since it was a tavern. By night, though, she served her customers with charm, grace, but mostly with drinks. Why she got two names, though? Did I mention that Rita was married? Well, I'm mentioning it now. Rita was married. Her husband's name was James. He didn't do much until he died. The smell of Mr. Bottom Mouse knocked him flat, and that, my friends, was that. Oh dear, this story has barely begun and already we've killed two major characters. Needless to say, Rita was deeply distressed by the whole thing, but 20 or so minutes later, she realized she could not mourn forever and went to buy some cheese. Ah yes, don't worry, dear reader. This time, the mention of cheese will probably guide us to meeting our focal hero of the tale. Also, this is a good time to start a new chapter. ¿Cómo? Chapter 2. This sounds like someone telling you a story and getting off topic. Like, yeah, definitely. Yeah, exactly. The author has ADHD. Chapter 2. A new chapter. Rita entered the cheese shop with her guns blazing. I'm speaking metaphorically, of course, by which I mean she entered the cheese shop quite determined to buy some cheese. Boring. It would have been nice if Rita actually entered with blah, 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 blah. I need cheese. This was because just the night before, as her husband James was taking note of a weird smell in the room, she had invented a delicious new concoction, a cheddar cider. It was sure to be a hit with her patrons. After all, the governor's county only had two exports, cheese and grapes, and she couldn't possibly make a drink from a grape. But back to the cheese shop scene. Rita knocked on the counter loudly with her fists, causing the nearby cat to do absolutely nothing as cats do. From behind the wall, she heard a stir as someone was crashing through the piles of cheese to make their way toward her. Emerging gloriously from torn yellow curtains, an old man came into view. He was giant in stature, with a long gray bottom. Bobbing along, and stuck within his bottom were all manner of cheese crumbs and wedges, wrapped tightly within his hairs. But yet he held even more cheeses on ropes pulled across his chest, with loops of provolone linked like sausages over one's shoulder. His eyes were big, and his ears were bigger still. A smile of kindness erupted from his face as he locked eyes with Maxine, aka Rita. My, the Kurds are kind to me this hour. Hello and welcome, he bellowed. Rita bowed low and promptly began to cry. The shop owner looked at her perplexed. What did I say wrong? The barb maiden sniffed and snooted and finally answered, Forgive me, for my husband has just died and I am out of Swiss. I'm I'm going to pause now in the story to ask myself why Mr. Bottommouse went to the cellar in the governor's house for cheese if there was a cheese shop nearby. I think it's best that we overlook this glaring problem in the plot, don't you? Now back to the story at hand. This is a Captain Mang story for sure. This is how my brain works. And now I'm realizing I probably have ADHD. Rita purchased a large amount of cheese from the shop owner. She bought cheese wheels and cheese melts and cheese slices. She bought cheese whistles and cheese bread. She bought cheese paper and cheese sandwiches. She bought so much cheese, in fact, that she had lost track of all that she had obtained and just dumped all the fromage into a large burlap sack for the return journey to the tavern. The older, the finer. It depends, though, right? The food is right. Thanks, hon. Goodbye, Rita, the shop owner called as he waved farewell. Goodbye, Daniel, she called back. His name was Murray, by the way. Story. Overburdened by her treasures, Rita made her way home, following the main road to the castle. But as it always happens, the road was now under repair. A man with a skinny mule was plowing up the dirt so that he could put down new cobblestone. 4 of his associates were standing by, watching him. The job would only take a few years to finish, but Rita was in a hurry. So she followed the detour sign that told her to take a different route. A different road to her left. Unfortunately, though, no one could read in the governor's county. So she went right instead. This mishap took her deep into the forest where absolutely nothing of interest had happened. Where are we going with this story? Okay, this is not how my brain works. Except something of interest did happen. As she trotted on through the forest, her sack of cheese weighing her down, muttering complaints all the way. Little did she know that danger lay just ahead. It's so chaotic. This danger was cunning, it was dangerous, and had one of the most out-of-place eyebrow hairs that drives you nuts when you're talking to someone who has one. This danger we will call Bernard, the big, ugly lizard man who wears a blue cloak. Bernard often didn't have visitors in his house. This was because he lived outside. Also, he was rather fond of human flesh, which made him very unpopular. So obviously, you could see the drama unfolding here. The beautiful but tired Maxine, huffing and puffing up the winding path as she approaches a certain doom. Bernard, watching from behind a nearby tree, licking his lips. Oh, the tension is tense. Is it not? At this point in time, we must pause again to ponder all the possibilities that can happen now in our story. 2 characters have died. Surely a third wouldn't hurt anything. Are you perhaps just reading the story because you want to see who will get the axe next? You are a little warped. Do you know that? Well then, let's see what happens next. Bernard stepped from behind his hiding place, his eyebrow hair gleaming in the fading sun. Dear madam, why must you pass through so fast? He called with his eyes glimmering. This is like the most courteous catcalling, right? That's the most courteous catcalling I have ever seen. Dear madam, why must you pass so fast? Now, damn, where you going? Where you going, ma? I must get home, Bernard, because for one, it's getting late, and I have customers to serve, and second, because you eat people. Rita replied. Second of all, you eat people. Not first of all. Not get away from me first of all, because you're a people eater. Second of all. Yeah, exactly. Poppycock, balderdash, cod swallop. I won't hear these lies against my character he detested. For I, Bernard the Bottom, the big ugly lizard man who wears a blue cloak. Just a blue cloak? Is that what it is? Just a blue cloak? Have completely reformed myself. Rita squinted suspiciously. You have? Bernard put a hand to his heart. I have. I no longer prowl or pounce. I won't attack or bounce. I will not kill or maim or tear. I won't crush or even bite you anywhere. I promise. I won't devour any more. ... My gosh, you've become a bore. If you aren't going to be the danger in this story, then I've come all this way with 100 pounds of cheese for nothing, Rita grumbled. She boosted her sack further up her shoulders and turned with an angry grunt. But Bernard waved after her in a panic. Wait, it's all a ruse. I did intend to eat you, dear woman, I swear it, he cried. It's all a trick, you see. A new angle. It worked on some guy yesterday. Oh, please, stay. Rita sighed, her strength just about gone from the long adventure she had taken since she left home that morning. She turned back to face Bernard. All right, she said, but your part in the story better lead to an unexpected turn of events. Oh, it will. Bernard clapped and waggled his clawed finger to motion her to draw nearer. Just wait until the next chapter. Chapter 3. The next chapter. All looked quite dire for Rita. Bernard had her within his grasp. Surely it would be just mere moments before his jaws collapsed upon her head. Oh, what a horrible end for Rita. Needless to say, I am worried for her. But as luck would have it, miles and miles away, 20 years earlier, something amazing happened. 2 mugs of cheese, a Gouda and mozzarella, welcomed their first son into the world. I don't think I need to tell you his name. It was Dave. No one liked Dave. After that, their second son came forth, Richter the Cracked, just called Richter at the time. Richter spent his early life stealing cowbells and putting them on skunks. This way, people always knew when danger was near. Needless to say, though, Richter was one smart mug of cheese. But all could not remain perfect forever, and suddenly, the great skunk famine began. Richter found his world in array, and he sought a new purpose. Fortunately, there was an opening in the governor's county for an adventurer at the time, and since he was a descendant of the 3 Grand Flagon Kings, he was boosted to the head of the line, because as we all are quite aware, even in olden times, it's not what you know, it's who you know. Thus, the adventures of Richter began. He braved deep dungeons, he slayed great beasts, he climbed the highest peaks. He sailed around the world despite the fact that he didn't even own a boat. Richter was truly the stuff of legend. But did I mention the curse? Yes, fair readers, there is a curse, a fiendish and terrible curse. One morning when Richter was in the governor's county, he came upon a witch named Witch. This witch had just pulled a pound cake from her oven, where she then proceeded to start ingesting it right there on the front walk of her home. At once, Richter knew this creature was pure evil. Eating cake this early in the morning and without ice cream, it was truly a fiend that needed to be vanquished. Richter jumped her fence and pulled his sword. Would you like some pound cake? The witch offered. It looked quite delicious. Richter would not let himself be seduced into early morning cake, so he approached closer with his weapon at her throat. The witch began to sweat, with a mouthful of crumbs. I also make a mean scone if you want to wait. Now no gentleman or gentlemug could refuse a good scone, so Richter withdrew his sword and patiently waited for the witch to create the new buttery pastries. But what he didn't know was that the witch accidentally had bumped her table and added within the mixture a vial of cursed liquid. See, I told you there was a curse. You were fair warned. The moment Richter ate the scones, he fell into a deep sleep. The witch, baffled, finished her cake and proceeded to get a civil service job in a nearby town. As the years rolled by, all that remained of the witch's house was carried off by elves, and her garden became overgrown. This only left Richter asleep in the forest, with no end to his dreaming insights. But the story thankfully does not end here. As for luck would have it, a giant man covered in cheese, with big eyes and big ears, wandered past the sleeping mug. In case you've forgotten, this was the cheese shop owner, Murray, sometimes called Bill Murray. Unable to resist cheese of any kind, even a mug of the stuff, Murray took Richter to his shop and set him on a shelf. Here, Richter sat for many years until this very fateful day. You see, in Rita's haste to gather up all the cheese she had purchased, she had swept a few things that did not belong to her into her sack as well. These items included the cat on the counter, a personalized pen, Bill Murray's cash box. I think she'll be hearing about this one eventually. And last but not least, Richter the Cracked himself, deeply asleep. So now that our 2 stories have come together, let's discover what happened next to Rita and Richter in the climax chapter. Chapter 4. The climax chapter. It was the same hot winter day in the forest, and Mrs. Bottom Mouse was finally starting to get concerned. Just down the road, Rita was being drawn toward an almost certainly bloody and horrific end to her life. Bernard was just moments from taking her within his lizard jaws, and mere hours from trimming his eyebrows. Rita stood her ground. She was no damsel in distress, but simply a person who was pretty darn tired by this point. She pulled the burlap sack of cheese from her body and swung it hard with every last bit of strength she had left in her. An ear-shattering crack broke through the silent trees as the bag made contact with Bernard's shocked face. His teeth flew in all directions, falling like pebbles to the ground. His eyeballs dislodged and rolled into a nearby stream. His jawbone turned completely around and planted itself on the back of his head. Bernard ran screaming into the woods, never to be seen again this week. His cries faded and the forest again fell soft and quiet. A cow walked by. Rita, still standing with her sack outstretched in her arms, stood wide-eyed at what had just happened. Surely no cheese in her bag was hard enough for that kind of impact. As she placed her burlap sack upon the dirt and peeled it open, she was amazed to find Richter, the mug of cheese, inside and looking quite dazed. He had awakened and the curse was finally lifted. Somewhere behind a desk, the witch looked up and nodded with a smile. But oh dear reader, look at what was now upon his mug body, a giant and elegant crack, the very mark of a warrior. His hero's journey was finally complete. Richter the Cracked had emerged. Yes, it is true that Richter really didn't do anything important in the attack on Bernard. Just by Richter being where he was at the perfect time, he had saved Rita. The fates were with them. Richter and Rita talked and laughed and ate cheese until the sun went down. Finally, they packed up their picnic and headed back to the tavern where they were met with cheers of excitement. This is mostly because the guys had found out that Rita was now single. As the night wore on into the early morning of the hours, the tavern remained alive in the castle courtyard with singing and dancing and cheddar cider. Oh, what a celebration. But like all parties of such proportion, eventually everyone sobers up and you have to go home. Before long it was dawn. The sun began to rise steadily in the west, marking a fresh adventure on the horizon. A wind of a new direction began to blow with a mere steady pace. It skidded across the ground and found its way between the floorboards of the governor's castle. Here, against all odds, it found the barely remaining body of Mr. Bottom Mouse. The wind carried the stench far beyond the borders of the castle, over the mountains, and deep in the dark cave where Evil slept. "What the heck is that smell?" said Evil, awakening with hellfire burning behind his eyes. Eventually, news of this great evil spread from town to town until it reached the ears of Richter the Cracked. He polished his sword and gathered some crumbs of bread and store in his mug. Wearing his best expression of courage, Richter once again set off to conquer the day. His story was not yet over. But for now, dear reader, we return to our own lives. So let us end this tale with one closing thought, shall we? Be we cracked or small, or even dead, there's always a purpose to where we all are led. Be brave and strong, and lest we forget, fate isn't quite done with any of us yet. The end. What a story. What a story. That was quite the story. Oh, we had music to play. Oh well. Were you listening to me read the story the whole time?
Did you have any questions?
Yeah. Why are you still
Is it
here?
always night here?
It's always dark, if that's what you mean. For as long as I can remember.
Are you very old?
No. As far as I understand it, I'm
No.
something quite new. Although, I didn't turn out the way I was supposed to. One in a long line of failed experiments. But Wilson will keep trying.
And do you trust Wilson?
This is the realm of the ink demon. The shadow hangs over us all. I don't trust anyone. But Wilson takes care of me, keeps me safe. He once said I remind him of something he called his mother. Tell me, is that a good thing, where you two are from?
I'm not sure. I don't think I ever had one.
Well, no matter. Now, I was told to make sure you get some sleep once you got here. So get nice and comfy and relax. I left something on the table that might just help you nod off. It's my own recipe. Works very fast. Just follow the instructions. Carefully.
Thanks, Betty.
Of course. If you need anything else, I'll come straight away. I'm always up.
Gilson. What's a Gilson?
Oh, we actually used it. We actually used the toilet.
That was loud, bottom.
The toilet flushing was loud? It was? Okay, wait. Why was it so loud? And then that flushing was just super loud. Let me turn it down even more. My sound yesterday, I watched my stream. My sound yesterday was super loud. We're looking for a Gilson. Great. How are you doing, CC? Eddie.
The machine speaks to me, revealing its many possibilities. What I can accomplish using its power is beyond any measure. Life and death can become a thing of the past. Poverty and hunger, a distant memory. I can remake the world anew. But does the world deserve such a gift? For now, I have bigger matters at hand. A man in a black coat came asking at the front desk about the machine. Said he was from the Gent Corporation. Fortunately, the receptionist knew nothing. And he left quietly. Later, I found his name on the sign-in form. Mr. Alan Gray.
More reading. Chapter 7, Spatial Displacement of Unknown Elements. Let us imagine a long wire stretching between 2 points. We will call this length of time euphonic base. From here, we can dispel all needs of societal normalcy and all typically understood functions of the world we know as the present. Once the euphonic base is achieved, it creates a shared understanding that there must be space around the wire that is not the wire itself. This space, a Cromley vacuum, could be in itself a host to many wires running in as many directions as we can perceive. Using a vessel of flow, a flux break, we could escape from our wire to another wire. This allows us to not just reveal these alternate timescapes, but command them with a large understanding of their existence. Further still, in theory, we can bring elements of one world into another, displacing matter into its new state regardless of the current host wire's rules. The reality and function of the elements becomes a uniphonic base.
This doesn't help at all.
No, it does not. I am going to... Hold on, guys. I hear Ethan. I'm going to go check up on Ethan really quick. Be right back. Same, though. Sleepy. I stay sleepy.
Hold on. We'll do a side by side. Okay, we'll do a side by side. I'm gonna make my scene, my camera a little bigger so I can prove to you guys that I don't look like him. Okay? Look. No way, right? Bonanza. I swing. Yep. Again. What? It was. It was good to meet your girlfriend's family. Ew! Why are you booing me? Stop it! So I turn. And in my hips, I go.
Okay. I don't know how much more of this I have, guys. But it's looking like I have to watch Ethan. I'll play like 10 to 15 more minutes and then I'm gonna have to head out. Freshwater critters. If you find yourself looking for hard fighting fish that won't rip your hands, you should look no further than the common yellow perch. This freshwater fish is always quick to bite anything they can get their jaws on. The best way to catch yourself one is work your bait. Worms, minnows, or larvae. Toward the bottom of the water and guide... Wait, what? Oh, work your bait toward the bottom of the water and guide your line back up. You don't need much seasoning when it comes time to cook it either. The flavor of the yellow perch is built right in. Good eatings. The Gilson fish. This is one strange little fish that is pretty hard to come by. The Gilson is not known to be easy to catch and will ignore most bait. To make matters worse, the Gilson can move very fast, making it a rare sight. In the end, I was able to snatch me up this little guy with a very clever solution. Apparently, the Gilson is sensitive to sound vibrations and will go into shock. Will go into shock upon hearing some sweet music, so crank up the tunes and this fish will be easy to grab. Crush up the Gilson into powder and stir into water for a powerful, soothing drink.
So, I'm looking for a fish?
Simple snacks. Hey, I'm interested in snacks. If you're in a hurry like I always am, you don't have time to put together complex or large meals. Fortunately, we have some scrumptious and simple recipes that satisfy and take no time at all to prepare. People will ask how you made these so fast, and you can just sit back and smile. Take a loaf of leftover Italian bread and slice it into 4-inch strips. Lightly butter your bread strips on one side only and lay them face up on a baking sheet. Toast in your oven for 2 to 6 minutes at 400 degrees or just until they begin to brown. Sprinkle a thick layer of mozzarella over the strips and leave them in the oven for just a minute or two to melt the cheese. Remove and serve with your favorite marinara sauce or spice things up with a little ranch dressing. Quick, easy, and super toasty. Next page is chocolate bacon soup.
There's gotta be one here somewhere.
I like chocolate, I like bacon, but I don't know if I like chocolate bacon soup. Okay, so I'm looking for a fish. Hi, Ash. I'm looking for a fish. Aha! It's an aquarium.
Yeah, bottom.
Now that's a fish.
That was very
Maybe if it was closer. Ah, he's too fast.
yeah. Closer. How do I move the there we go. Wait. Here we go. Yeah, bottom.
That did it. Looks like the fish is asleep. Gotcha. You can't get away from me, you little stinker.
Oh.
Hello.
I forgot the Gilson again, didn't I? And there's some already ground up in the kitchen too. I'll bring it up to your room straight away, shall I? Oh, and maybe you could put Harold back in his tank. He does so hate the dry air.
Oh, where'd you... Wow, you ninja. Where'd you go? Betty the ninja. Betty, you ninja nanny, you... We went into the library. We explored and learned about fishy wishies, only for Betty to make us the concoction.
Now, just 3 sips of water.
That didn't look like water to me. But, you know.
1, 2.
Can I move? I think I need to go to bed here. I'm about to
3.
knock out. Oh. Yeah, in front of the mirror.
Awake at last. I was almost afraid you'd miss my party.
What's going on?
Oh, it seems you're just a little overwhelmed. It's all right, honey. I understand.
I thought you were my
It's
friend.
not every day one gets to bask in the glory of an angel.
Angel?
Alice Angel, to be exact. That's who I am. Sent from above. Impending perfection.
What do you want?
to the chase. I like that. The truth is, honey, you're one of a kind. And to put it bluntly, what I want is your face removed, your skin peeled away like paper, and your insides torn out and tossed onto my table. Custom parts, ready for my delicious harvest. And with your generous sacrifice, I'll be beautiful. But for now, let's have fun. Plenty of time for a bloodbath later. Ooh, how about a game? Let's all play a game of riddles.
Riddles? What a wonderful idea!
No. All right, honey. Here's the deal. Behind you is the door to freedom. But it will only be opened if you solve my little puzzle and return to your special chair. Then I'll throw this heavenly switch here. If you get the puzzle right, you walk away. Get it wrong, you fry. Let's begin.
Okay. I'm gonna end it here. Yeah, as much as it's like they almost want to be beaten, you know? They're asking to be beaten. They don't just get rid of the protagonist right away. I'm gonna get rid of you, but first, puzzle.
Because puzzles are important.
I hate to admit it, but you're nailing it today, Steph. Yeah. I hate to admit it, but you are on point today. You are on point today. Yeah, bottom. Okay, guys. So proud. I'm sorry, I have to go, guys. I have to go watch Ethan. That waste. I hope you do too. I have to watch Ethan, and then I have to take him to babysitter, and then I have to go get ready for work. It's been fun. I'm sorry for the short stream. I was hoping to stream some more, but can't do that. And I got a baby. I will see you guys hopefully tomorrow. Okay, hopefully tomorrow. Time permitting, Ethan permitting, okay? Hand hugs to you. I appreciate you guys for stopping by. It looks like I looked at the walkthrough. It looked like there's like a half hour's worth of gameplay. If there's more books to read, I'm probably gonna be able to, stretch it out to an even longer gameplay. But we will, or just like today, if the game do be trolling, it doesn't put me back on my auto save, okay, and puts me back to before chapter 5 again. We'll see. All right, guys. Remember to, let's see, boom, 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 boom. Remember to take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Hi, Stardrew. I'm sorry. I'm ending right meow. Yeah. Command PP. Let's do that right meow before I go. Command. New custom command. Trigger. PP. Add new effect. Chat massage. Send a chat message. Select. And I just want. Can I copy and paste the hypertext? Perfect. No? Did that not work? Hold on, wait. No. We need the exclamation mark there. I don't want it so that everybody just keeps putting PP without the exclamation mark and all of that. Command PP. How funny would it be if we made them dance too?
Bottom.
Yay! All right, guys. PP. We have to bring all the PP parties. Easy access to whip out PPs. You guys. Amazing. I know, instead of like looking for all the emotes, just command PP. Whip out your PPs. Should it say user is whipping out their PPs and then the emotes? Or does that suffice? Just the PP. Spinens is like, yes. Shh. I'm whipping out my PP. Okay, hold on. Edit. User. Either works, but that'd be fun. Chef's kiss?
Captain Mang whipped bottom there. PP.
Okay, Steph,
Captain
relax.
M5 PPE.
Okay.
Captain M5 PPE. Captain M5 PP. Captain M5 Pepe.
Pepe. Captain M5 Pepe. Okay, now I go for real. All right. I left you with some command PP. Now I go for real. Okay. I go in PP piece. PP pieces. All right. Have a good one, guys. I'll see you guys soon. Okay. Bye-bye now.